Whether you're a musician that jams along to a part of the song while recording in a loop, or perhaps one that just simply records multiple takes in the entire song, it's now very easy to actually record and capture your best performances with Studio One 2.5. In 2.5, the option Record Takes to Layers enables the layers to always be recorded whether you're in a standard recording mode or if you're in a loop recording mode. This enables a workflow that's simple and easy to learn across both approaches to getting the best take. That, along with using the Layers Follow Events option per track, allows you to do greatly enhanced layering, comping, editing. After recording, the layers are automatically expanded, and the tool turns into a comping tool. So you see the crosshairs there, that is the comping tool, and allows you to highlight particular regions to promote to the main track that you're listening to here. I'll change the color so it's a little easier for you to see what I'm doing here. So now if I grab this part, it will promote it to there, and if I grab that part, it will be promoted to there. And you notice this is working in a non-looping mode, and a looping mode works the exact same way. So basically you learn the procedure one way and it works in both cases. Here you see me recording in a loop mode, and once I'm done, you'll notice that it immediately expands out the takes. I'm going to go ahead and change the color of each one of the takes just to make it easier to demonstrate some of the editing on the takes. I want to slow down a little bit and show you exactly how I go about creating the ultimate comp from a particular recording. Now, this is a recording, let's say it's 8 measures of a song or something, and you've gone in and you've jammed with that, and you've done 4 or 5 different takes along that 8 measure part of the song. I'm going to go in and show you how to identify the best sections of each one of those things. So first thing I'm going to talk about is just a macro that it's available on the Exchange. This first one is just called Zoom Comp, and what it does is it automatically zooms into where the loop is and sets these all to kind of a standard size, a big enough size for you to be able to see the waveforms in them. And that would show you the entire section that you just recorded. Now I'm going to want to audition just this particular one. Now I like to audition the music in context to the other instruments that are playing in the song. So what I'm going to do is just highlight, and it's actually easier to start on the right hand side because you get this kind of a different cursor there if you start on the very edge. I'm going to start right here where I'm just kind of naturally lining it up with where my different riffs were as I jammed along with this thing, and I'm just going to start there. I have snap on, but normally I would probably not work with snap on. I would turn that off. Up here, I highlight that riff. You can see it turning a slightly darker color there, and so this has been promoted up to the track. And so I can just, by clicking on that one, I can click this other macro, which is loop range and play. So it's just going to loop on that section of the song, which is maybe the first little riff that I want to gather. Now, the simplest way to do that in context of this song is I'm going to just go ahead and click through. I'm going to double click through these things, and they'll automatically promote themselves exactly equal to that range. So just kind of watch how I do this. I've decided I like that one the best, no particular reason, and I'm going to go ahead and just go to the next natural section of the riffs. Let's just take it from about here. and let's identify that area there, and I'm going to go ahead and say I want to loop on Now this particular one, I think I like this riff, and I know this riff starts here, so I'm just going to go ahead and drag that back to there. And I'm going to go ahead and just highlight both these sections and zoom in on and play that. So now I can hear those two in context to each other. Now I'm going to go to this next section down here, and I'm going to start with I'll just start from here. I have no idea what it sounds like. I'm just going to take it from there and take that little section and automatically loop it. Let's say we'll take that one. And let's go to this last little section in here, and I'll just highlight that section right there and listen to it. I'll set my loop based on that. And you can use double click, or you can use command or control click on this. Either one will work to promote these to that section. So let's go ahead and listen to it. I like this one. I'm going to actually listen to it in context to this one here, just so I can kind of see what it sounds There you go. That's an example of all of them. I'm going to stretch it and listen to the whole section of the song now. I decided I don't like this one here, so I'm going to go back to that area and just and stay with that one. Anyway, you kind of get the feel how you use the loop to set a range, listen to it's just a small section, and then maybe expand it out to hear two comps in context with each other. There are the commands that, such as Alt, which allows you to solo a section. And each time this is going to solo a different. That can be used for really hearing clearly what's going on. But in the case of this song, I prefer to listen to it in context of the music, so I'm just using my space bar to kind of stop and start. There you go. Those kind of like, there's some of the more basics right down, watching how I'm adjusting each one of the edges. You notice when I adjust this edge, it'll automatically adjust that edge up there. So it's removing this one and adding this one when I do that. So you can fine tune them to the specific note you're working with. And then I just go ahead and continue that same process on down through the song. You know, maybe go to the next section and highlight it and maybe I want to hear it in context to how I just left off. So it's really kind of easy to really go in and dial in with a combination of just swiping, double clicking, or command clicking to promote to the same region, soloing with an Alt key, using your loops to audition it in context. Another new feature in 2.5 is the layers follow events, and what this does is allows you to grab a section that you've already created a comp and used up different ranges, and hit the D key and duplicate it, and you can split that out, and you can actually go in and edit your ranges on the new section. So you know, you could change it to be a completely different comp if you wanted to. Let's say you wanted to use this part down here in that particular run. I'm going to actually go ahead and put that one there. Let's just listen to this one. I'm just going to go ahead and for grins grab that. There you go. And you can add those, move them around, move them in the song, and you notice that the takes will follow the song like that. You can copy them, delete them. To delete them, if you delete the master one, it still leaves the ranges or the layers here, so you're going to have to go in and right mouse click on each one of them to delete it. That's how you would work with different layers following the events.